up for the entire tournament. There he is, Kieran Hickman.
Hello boys and girls, and welcome to my player ratings for last night's draw against Chelsea. Now, I know I said before this game took place that only a win will do, but given the circumstances, that draw will feel like a victory. That could well be the turning point in Arsenal's season. That could well be the start of the Mikkel Arteta reign. Now, I know people without any common sense of the game will sit there and criticise and talk about how we've only won one game since Arteta's took over, etc, etc. We're still 10th, and I've heard all of that. But if you genuinely know anything about the game, you will see a dramatic improvement in this side. You will see that things are slowly starting to turn around. The fight, the desire, the determination, everything about that game last night was on point. We were down to 10 men for over 60 minutes of the game. David Luiz getting sent off in his return back to Stamford Bridge. And I've got to say as well, it wasn't a red card. Now, for all of you that are saying professional foul and everything else, well, there's a new rule in the Premier League and it's called double jeopardy. If you bring a player down outside the box, it's still classed as a professional foul. It's a red card. It's very straightforward. Now, if you bring a player down inside the box, you make a genuine attempt to win the ball, then a penalty is sufficient. That is what you get. You get a yellow card, the team get a penalty, and that is seen as enough. Now, I've watched this back. David Luiz makes a genuine attempt to block the ball. Mustafi was also on the line. It was not a red card. It should have been a yellow. And the fact that it went to VAR and they upheld the referee's decision just again makes you think about VAR and what are they actually doing. You know, it was a stupid error from Mustafi first and foremost. And he put Luiz in, the mess that he got in. Tried to win the ball, tried to put a block on it. It was a genuine attempt. And like I said, it was not a red card. But after that, the way that we fought, the way that we defended, the way that we worked was just absolutely superb. Granit Xhaka, special mention for him as well, going in and filling at centre-back. Absolutely monstrous performance. Even Mustafi, after the mistake, he got on with it. A superb performance after that. But yeah, all round, the fact that, we go that goal down, we get a goal back, we go 2-1 down with only a couple of minutes to go, and we still managed to pull ourselves up. And we still managed to go and get ourselves an equaliser. All round, brilliant performance, like I said. Very smash and grab in the sense that we only had 2 shots on target and they both went in. But we knew that was going to happen with the fact that we went down to 10 men. We were going to have to weather some storms. And we did that and then some. And I'm very, very proud of the players and the way that they went and, handled that game last night. It was the best away atmosphere I felt at Arsenal in years. It was absolutely immense. And listen, when the players are giving 110%, the fans will give 110% back. It's as simple as that. So with that said, let's go and get into the player rating. Starting off in goal, Leno. And can't be faulted for the goals, but he made some brilliant saves. There was one header that he saved from Ross Barkley, low down to his right. Brilliant save. Handling, distribution, everything was absolutely fine. So I'm going to give Leno a 7. I'm going to go into the defence on the right-hand side. Hector Bellerin, and a bit of a surprise that he started this game. Captained the side, and it was a brilliant performance. There was a couple of moments where he was getting skipped past, and that's kind of understandable. He's got to get up to speed. He's got to get up to, the standards that he once set, and it's going to take time. But overall, run himself into the ground, captain's performance, and then he scores the equaliser as well. So yeah, I can't give Hector Bellerin anything less than an 8 for that performance. Going to move in centre defence first of all. We're going to go with David Luiz. And what can you say? Tried to win the ball, put in that situation, and you're just going to have to give him straight down the middle. I'll give him a 5. Alongside him, I'm going to go with Mustafi. And you know what? Like I said, his performance after that mistake was absolutely top draw. He was brilliant. The blocks, the interceptions, everything he did was brilliant. It's just that one error, and that's the problem with Mustafi. I believe that he can defend, and he has so many good moments, but at the same time, he makes some stupid mistakes, and that's his big issue. But for last night's performance, given the fact that he put us in that situation, I'm going to give him a 7. Going to go to the left back position, and that was Saka. And listen, the young lad run himself into the ground. It makes you question why we're looking at another left back at the moment, when you think that this guy is coming in and covering the likes of Tierney and Kolasinac so brilliantly. Literally left everything on that pitch, was dead on his feet by the end of the game. And brilliant performance all round. And I'm going to give him an 8 for that performance. Going to move into the centre and midfield, although one of them, Granit Xhaka, didn't play a lot of the game in that position. So I'm going to start with him. And that, for me, was an absolutely top draw performance. Superb. When he had to drop into centre defence. No moaning, no, dwelling on anything. Went and done the job for the team. That was superb, and I can't say no more than that. And Granit Xhaka gets an 8. Next up, we have Lucas Torreira, and that again was another solid performance. He was shielding that back line brilliantly. And the reason why Chelsea didn't have tons of chances and they weren't running at us is because of the likes of Lucas Torreira. He virtually won everything. He battled for everything. And he never gave an inch. It was a brilliant performance for me. And I'm going to give Lucas Torreira an 8. Going to move into the attacking areas. First of all, on that right-hand side, Nicolas Pepe. And do you know what? That weren't a bad performance at all. I really, really rated that performance. He worked hard. He tried really, really hard. It was causing problems. The Chelsea left-back was having a torrid time against him. And yeah, it was just... I'm seeing glimpses, I'm seeing parts of his game that I'm really starting to enjoy, and he's really starting to look like he's adapting to the Premier League. He's starting to adapt to the pace, and he's starting to stamp himself on games. And yeah, it was difficult given the fact that we were down to 10 men, but he put a shift in and he done what he had to do. And I'm going to give Pepe a 7 for last night. Going to move into the middle of lap 3, and we have Mesut Ozil, and that was not a day for him, to be quite honest with you. Very, very difficult one in terms of the fact that we went down to 10 men. He was the one that was sacrificed at the start of the second half. I think that was the right thing to do. And it wasn't a great performance all round, to be quite honest with you. And I'm going to give Mesut Ozil a 6. On the left of that 3, we have Martinelli. What can I say? 10 goals in 11 starts. What did I say before this game in the preview? That if we're going to stand a chance, Martinelli needs to be one of the players that's performing. And he performed. This boy just does not stop, man. Honestly, he was absolutely brilliant. Scored a goal, worked his bollocks off. And I'm going to give him an 8 for last night. Up front, as the main striker, of course, it was Alexandre Lacazette. And what we say about Lacazette was his work rate and the way that he sacrificed himself for the team was absolutely brilliant. Honest to God, if you don't watch that game and you don't see what Lacazette done off the ball and the way that he helped to try and gel things together, then football's not for you. Seriously, you need to see that part of his game. The only thing missing is a goal. Thought he did score, disallowed offside, rightly so. But overall, it was a decent performance. I have no problems with that from Lacazette, and I'm going to give him a 7 for last night. The substitutions, Guendouzi, he was the one that was on there the longest, and that was a decent performance. Played around about half hour, I'd say. Very energetic, breaking up the play, and I'll give him a 6. He was only there for half an hour. Don't really mark anyone else. And you're looking at the fans. Listen, I'm going to mark them because they get a 10. They get 15, 20, 30, 100. I don't give a shit. We were absolutely superb. Chelsea fans will tell you that from minute 1 to 90, we were absolutely brilliant. Can't say no more than that. Mikkel Arteta, I'm going to give him an 8 for that because could have been very tempted when a sending off happened to brought the likes of Martinelli off and put another defender on, and I believe that he was thinking about that, but then he went with what was out there and he sent a positive message, and that was to not be negative and retreat and invite pressure on. It was to just play our game still, keep going the way we were playing. Don't matter that we're down to 10 men, let's attack them and let's try and cause them problems. And I feel that message was got across, and you know, that substitution at the start of the second half as well was key for me. So yeah, all round, yeah, I'll give Mikkel Arteta an 8. So there we go, that is it. That is the player ratings. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think. What would your player ratings be? I thought that every man put a shift in, really put a shift in, and that was you know, a good performance all round. And like I said, the way we got that draw, sometimes it can feel like a victory, and hopefully that's the kickstart to the season, and we can now slowly start going about our business and climbing up that table a little bit. But yeah, there we go. I'm quite happy with that, really happy in fact. So yeah, what we got next? We got a preview coming up to the Bournemouth game, of course, it's FA Cup action, and then we've got another Premier League game, Burnley, and then we go into a 2-week winter break. So yeah, it'd be nice to have a little break. Don't know what we're going to do, but there'll be loads of content coming out. So yeah, like I said, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.